people feel like if they got Watson, that's it. No more problems. Or if they get Fields and he turns into Watson, that's it. The Niners are good. Why do people reduce it to that? Like, why do they think it's all about the quarterback and there's nothing really else to franchise building in the NFL?
I have no idea. I think the NFL is it's a business,
Yep.
and like any business, you're gonna do the best. Like if you have a commodity, like you have an asset, and it's not that good, but I'm in the business of selling hopes and dreams, and I believe that's what the NFL does. They know that people like Watson and Lamar, like these guys are. You've seen the damage they've done in college. It's gonna translate. So it's like, okay, I don't have to pump these guys up, but a Baker Mayfield, these guys, I have to sell them to the highest bidder and hope
Sam
that
Darnold.
someone buys. Yeah, Sam Darnold. These guys, I have to sell them and hope someone buys, because by the time you realize it's a lemon, it's too late. It's yours. Like
Exactly.
so I'm like, bro, the reason why I don't understand, because every quarterback, like Aaron Rodgers had Brett Favre's leftovers.
Yep.
Like no quarterback. I've been thinking for a while. I don't remember a quarterback that came into a bad organization and he alone propelled them to the
Only guy
next
I can
level.
think of
Yeah,
is
tell me.
really Deshaun. Like Houston was terrible. Houston was terrible, and then he came in and did pretty well. It seems like imagine Deshaun on the Chiefs. I think he could have
Oh,
done a lot of the things that Mahomes did. And you imagine Mahomes on the Texans. I mean,
I don't think so.
well, I mean, I think they're both kind of comparable. One just got picked on a way better team. You know what I mean?
You see, I've had this argument with people. I don't think Mahomes is nice. Don't get me wrong. He has the tools. He's nice, but he benefits more from
No
the Andy Reid,
question.
Tariq Hill,
No
and
question.
Kelsey. Like those things, you give that to Watson, and
Yeah.
he's gone.
Yeah.
But again, like you just made the point, I don't think Mahomes goes into the Houston Texans organization and has that type of career. I think
No.
it's maybe above average, but it's not all world.
He wouldn't have an
And
MVP. He wouldn't have a Super Bowl ring. You need the
I
whole
don't
team.
I don't believe so. And the Super Bowl showed you that. Everyone
Yep.
thought, they were like, he doesn't need a line. Just forget the line. Mahomes
Who
will beat him
cares?
without a
He's
line.
mobile. Doesn't
Like
matter. He's mobile. It doesn't
it
matter.
doesn't matter, bro.
Yeah.
He throws lightning like Zeus. Like it doesn't matter. It
Thank
shows you, bro.
goodness I picked Tampa, man. I'm so proud of that. So
Oh
proud.
yes, I told him when Brady got into the playoffs, I told everyone, I said, bro, Brady's gonna do it if he could get past um um Drew Brees.
Drew Brees.
No, it was Drew. I really thought Drew Brees had him. I knew Aaron Rodgers would fold. Like Aaron Rodgers, every time he sees another opponent willing to stare him in the eye, he folds, bro. He folds, and he's great. But in the big moments,
not a great competitor. Great athlete.
He's
great
not.
athlete,
And then
but not a great competitor. Tom
then
Brady is the best competitor I've ever seen.
The best. And I'm like, it's all in the eyes. Like a lot of people don't understand. In the moment, look at Tom Brady's eyes. It's like you're looking at a ninja. He's unflinched.
He's totally locked in.
Yeah, I'm the Terminator. I'm gonna handle the business. Yeah. The perfect example with Tom Brady is, you remember when Chris Jones got into it with the linemen in the Super Bowl? I really believe that's Tom Brady doing his due diligence and doing film study and understanding that Chris Jones is a big bully. He doesn't like people messing with him. He just wants to bully everyone around. So he told his lineman, look, this is a Super Bowl. Smack him in the back of his helmet, get him out of his game. And that's exactly what happened. And from that point, Chris Jones was out of that Super Bowl.
That's right.
This is what you get out of Tom Brady. You get a guy who, he knows his opponent, he knows his team, he knows the situation. He's not going to falter. When you got a guy with all the tools like Aaron Rodgers, bro, he came into it with, like I said, he had Brett Favre's leftovers, Donald Driver, Jermichael Finley,
Greg Jennings,
Randall Cobb, all these guys, bro. Like you tell, bro, he didn't come into it. The cupboard wasn't bare when Aaron Rodgers got there.
He had 3 years on the bench, 3
to just sit there and watch. Then you got, bro, you got like any quarterback. Lamar had a playoff team. Herbert had weapons. He had Hunter Henry, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen. Who else? Russell Wilson had the Legion of Boom. Peyton Manning had Reggie Wayne and Marvin Harrison.
And when he won the Super Bowl the second time, he had the best defense in the league.
The best defense in Demaryius Thomas and Wes Welker and all these people. So Breeze had Sean Payton. Every quarterback that I've looked, I didn't see a guy step into a situation and they jumped on his back and he just rolled them to the promised land. Everybody had a system. We can even go back to Joe. Joe had Roger Craig, John Taylor, Brent Jones, Jerry Rice. Don't tell me Joe didn't have Bill Walsh, George Seifert, everything at his disposal.
Yes.
John Elway didn't win until Terrell Davis, the undrafted running back, came.
That's right. That's right.
These quarterbacks are not God. They accentuate your circumstance, but they will not make or break it. Like if you have a great team, like we have right now, you could run it back with Jimmy. And all right, I mean, let's do an experiment. I'm gonna give out some numbers, and I know Grant, you probably know this, but I'm gonna throw this out. 566 completions, opposed to no. I'm gonna just give you player A's numbers and player B's numbers, and you tell me who am I.
Okay.
All right. Player A is 566 completions, 837 attempts, 7,652 yards, 56 touchdowns. These are career numbers in college. 3-year starter.
I know who this is right now. I know this is right now.
15 interceptions, 6'3", 210, independent conference. Who is that?
Zach Wilson.
Gold star.
Got it.
Now watch this. 6'4", 218, Pac-12, 712 completions, 1,170 attempts, 9,340 yards, 59 touchdowns, 26 picks, 3-year starter. Who is that?
Is that Justin Herbert?
That's Josh Rosen.
Oh, wow.
You see how, come on, bro. Like everyone is, Zach Wilson is Josh Rosen. The numbers are damn near comparable, and he has more yards. He played in a better conference. He's bigger.
Yep.
And, okay. I did this exercise with my wife. It's kind of like, I know you've done synchronicity.
Tell me about it.
All right. You know how they'll give you a bunch of numbers and they tell you which one comes next. But I just did an exercise like which one's the outlier. Like I'm looking at Josh Rosen 3-year numbers, right?
Yep.
His touchdown to interception, it was 23 and 11, 10 and 5, 26 and 10.
Yep.
So you kind of have a baseline. He's around what?
2.5, 3-1.
Okay.
2 to 1.
Then you go to Zach Wilson's 3 years, and he's 12-3, 11-9, 33 and 3.
Yeah, outlier.
Like outlier, bro. Like you just don't. It doesn't happen like that. Then you go to Justin Fields. You can only go 2. Like I'm not going to go with the 4-0, but 41 and 3, 22 and 6. You have a baseline at least.
Yeah.
With Justin Fields, but with Zach, it's just all right.
It's volatile. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just out of the blue, and I'm like, wow, okay.
So where does he really fall? And Ben's asking me right here. I mean, is Wilson that dude? And you're saying you don't trust him.
I don't trust the level of competition. I don't trust the numbers I just showed you. I mean, I just showed you Josh Rosen has the same amount, if not better numbers at a better conference. And he actually played like his outlier year came in a year of COVID. And here's the thing people don't talk about with COVID. And I could talk about this because I played the game. That crowd being in the stands, that matters. Like, think about it. People complained about in the bubble when the NBA, how certain players just had these performances because the crowd wasn't there. It wasn't any pressure. It was just go out, play ball. A lot of performances like Josh Allen, these performances that happened this year, hopefully we get people back in the stadiums. I really feel there are a lot of performances that happened and there were COVID performances. Like there were no crowd. There was really no pressure because there's a different atmosphere when you when you go to Seattle and the 12s are yelling, or you go to Green Bay with the weather, or you go to these big places and the crowd is there. trying to take you out your game. They've read all your press clippings. They're yelling it back at you.
Yep.
That matters. And this man had his best season in a COVID season.
Yep.
So things like that bother me. Conference, level of competition, 3-year starter. He's slight in build. He has a little Johnny Manziel thing going on about him because
not to mention one of his big knocks is the same knock Josh Rosen had coming out of school. Really rich. Does he need football? You know, I mean, he's richer than Josh Rosen was, and people really held that against Rosen. So
exactly.
What about
to this day?
Yeah.
To this day, I really feel Rosen is, man. And what hurts me about Rosen, what saddened me as just a fan of football, his numbers suggest a guy that could play.
Yeah.
And he hasn't really been given a chance. And I would hate for him to leave the game. Yeah. And we were robbed as fans of seeing a potential great quarterback. Like,
I agree.
That would really bother me if Josh Rosen if it doesn't shake out for him.